Welcome to Three Things at 3 today. I am so excited for today because guess what? It's not all about learning. It's about eating a little bit too. So that is my MO, and having fun. Yes. So I have Crystal with me. Melissa will join us in a minute. But welcome to Three Things at 3, where thing number 1, something to make you smile. Thing number 2, something to learn. And thing number 3, something to discover. Let's go. Welcome to Three Things at 3 today. We have had the funnest week because we have been falling for autumn, my favorite time of year. And you know, we have done some fun things. We have done pillows. We have done a falling for autumn quilt. Yesterday, the most gorgeous stuffed pumpkins, and I can't wait till you see what we have today. But before we do, we have some fun things to discuss. First of all, I would like to welcome to the set, Crystal and Melissa. Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome. We went to lunch for Tara-Lee, who's our kit manager's birthday, and it went a little long. We were all a little nervous. We're like, okay, hope we make it back. And then the other thing is Melissa's walking back to the warehouse because Crystal had a hair appointment today. And we do not miss hair appointments. Exactly. Hair appointments and nail appointments are important things.
They do not miss hair appointments. Me, clearly, I've missed a few. It's time for something.
What's your favorite season, you two?
I love fall.
You love fall?
I do. I love decorating for fall.
Guys, I'm going to break it. Summer.
Summer is your favorite.
Yes.
Well, then it's been the most wonderful fall for you because it has been summer
Beautiful.
all along.
Yes.
We'd also like to welcome all of our East Coast and Floridian friends. You guys made it through the night, and thank you for posting. We've been so worried. I'm glad that Milton is moved on from a Category 4 hurricane. I know Crystal was on the watch. You have a daughter in Florida.
I do.
How did she fare?
She was fine. They were a little bit west of it, so they weren't really affected.
Yes.
So she was lucky.
So we are so grateful. You know, you just hear that and you just take things for granted so much that we don't deal with those storms. So all of our hearts, all of our love, and hopefully it's a great weekend, and I hope you all get power, and that next week we just have a calm storm weekend.
Yes.
I mean, it's time to have a little bit of calm. But did you guys watch yesterday about my pumpkin carving contest?
No, I missed it.
Our family has a pumpkin carving contest, and this year it's getting to new levels, and everybody's getting a little competitive. So I have to tell you.
Not Allison.
I know. I have to tell you that I'm a little worried because when we get to what we're going to show them today, my competitive nature may come out. Just saying. But until then, do you have any fun traditions?
Yeah, we do. We do a lot of decorating. We like to, do that kind of stuff.
So you do lots of decorating. Yeah. Okay, Crystal's being shy because Yellowstone National Park is 2.5 hours from north of here.
It is.
And she has been going every weekend because
so
of fall and the animals and beautiful. And
it's Crystal's favorite place on earth.
It is. Yes. It is already. But during the fall, the colors up there are unbelievable right now.
Right. Yeah, so, it just is. So every single time we send her home on the weekend, then all of a sudden on Saturday, she's like, we're here again. And I'm like, oh my word. You would think
I saw moose this time.
You saw a lot of moose, yes.
Which is the reason she goes.
Yes, mission accomplished.
Yes.
Bears in the spring, moose in the fall.
Very much so. Yes, you guys know me.
All right, Melissa, what do you guys do?
Pumpkins, obviously. We do. We should get into the contest, though.
Yes.
That sounds fun.
Yes.
Usually we add like an ER visit. you know, because someone usually like.
Yeah, you've got Noah, so an ER
Yeah.
visit and the pumpkin
You know.
carving. So
Yeah.
is your ER visit related to your pumpkin carving contest? Just wondering.
Usually.
Usually.
Yeah, usually there's like a knife, you know, like stabbed through.
Well,
You know,
I have
super
to,
glue
I
for
have to
most of
tattle on you just a little bit because I said to Melissa, what have you guys been doing? And she's like, we've been running. Now, my mom used to make, every time my little brother would act up, he had ADHD really bad. And so she, if he would not concentrate or whatever, she would say, okay, Morgan, I'm going to stand on the porch, run around the block 3 times. Well, our block wasn't just like a square city block. Our block was like down, around, or whatever. I mean, I don't know if you could do that with kids now, just send them out to run around the block. I mean, you know.
We
But-
lived in small town Newton.
but
so-
I had to laugh when you were
Yeah.
like, we have been running. And I'm like, are you running those boys so that they can sit down
You
and
guys,
concentrate?
It's the only way I'm surviving. I'm old. They have way too much energy.
And then she's like, but not anymore. I hurt my knee. So they outran you just a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
always.
Okay, my curiosity is piqued. You two, what are we doing right now? What
Okay.
is this? Do you guys see? I mean, I know you can't see a little bit, but this table is covered with games.
It is. So, okay, favorite season for
Okay.
mine is fall, and then we all have grandkids here. So I have a couple of games that are so much fun for kids that are centered around acorns,
Okay.
fall, and all that, and squirrels.
They're the
I
cutest things.
almost invited Kyle.
She's
I'm like,
just downstairs.
Kyle
You might
needs
have to
be
take
here.
this down to her. Okay, tell me about it.
So,
I
okay,
can't
so
wait to
this
see.
one here is, there's actually a winner and a loser, but it is so cute. So it's just a very simple game. You just spin the little spinner. You each
This
have
is
your
called
tree trunk. Oh yes, yeah.
The sneaky snacky acorn game, right? Did I say that
squirrel.
right?
Yeah,
Squirrel game.
Squirrel game.
Yeah.
The sneaky snacky squirrel game. That's so funny.
Yes.
Okay.
But because I love fall, I have to get these kinds of things when I see them around. So this little guy, so you spin it, then you get to, say you get on gold. So you take your squirrel, you go over here, and he has to reach in on the tree and pick himself up a gold acorn and put it in your trunk.
Okay, so this is geared more towards smaller children.
Smaller children, that's
Can
where
we
my
play
kids
this? Because
are.
I think I could win this game.
Okay. Okay, you
Okay.
gotta spin.
I don't
All right.
think you
Okay,
can.
I'm gonna. So it's the sneaky snacky squirrel game. I just spun and I landed on green.
Green.
Okay, so here goes my little acorn, or my little squirrel. And I just add him to my green.
Right.
Okay.
And the good thing about this game is there's a couple little, you get in the windstorm and you just blew all your acorns off your tree and they have to go back.
Oh, and they have to go back?
And so kids don't always get to win. So that's a really fun one.
Okay.
It's got counting.
That's so darling.
Got colors,
Okay.
numbers. So
But it's
it
not so
addresses.
complicated that you're like, come see me in a half an hour because I got to reread the directions
Right,
to Chutes and
exactly.
Ladders because I don't really know.
And then you have to sit there for 30 minutes and play.
And not only that is then they make up the directions as you. I don't know if
Yeah,
your grandkids are
exactly.
like that, but I'm like, I swear I didn't read anywhere about that
Yeah.
rule.
Well,
Okay.
I'm going and visiting them in another month, and I'm so excited to take these because
is
this
so
is
fun.
for the 4-year-old.
Okay.
It's great, great. This is for the little one. This is called Acorn Soup. This is the cutest little game, and the best part of this, there's no winning or losing. That's what I like. So you're going to pick a recipe card. It tells you your recipe, and now you have to go in and
So let me show the recipe
pull.
card up
Okay,
here.
yeah,
So,
so
okay,
cute.
so your recipe is fruit,
Fruit
soup.
And so she has to go in and she has to count
Okay.
and find the right ones.
Fruit soup. So she's going to go
Little
in,
spoon.
and you need 2 apples, 3 blueberries, and 1 dandelion.
Okay, you guys.
So is this too cute?
It's so cute,
for
but-
kids?
I got to be honest, like,
The spoon's not what
You're struggling a little?
I think
I'm
for
a little
kid it'd probably
struggling.
be easier. Or I think you could even do it with their fingers. You wouldn't have
There
to
you
use the
go.
spoon. But
Yeah.
it teaches hand-eye coordination. That kind
Matching.
of stuff. Matching. All
Oh
that
my
kind
gosh,
of stuff.
those,
So
and
cute.
they're so fun. We went ahead and put up the
Right.
affiliate link. You got these off of Amazon,
I
correct?
did, yes.
So
Yeah.
cute.
And my tradition for my kids is every year they get a game for Christmas.
Really.
For
what a fun
usually
tradition.
family.
For the
thing.
whole family?
For the family.
I think
Yeah.
that's a great tradition.
So I was so glad. Fall games, perfect for the ages of the kids, and yeah.
Well, we were talking a little bit about acorns and chestnuts before we started.
Right.
And we had a tree that we would gather. I'm sure my mom hated it because there would be acorns everywhere around the house because I loved the little tops of those
do too.
acorns and taking them off and matching them up, whatever. But I also said that I love this time of year because we had a chestnut tree. And those of you that have a chestnut tree, you know that they come in these big green spiky whatever. Then you open it up and you get the chestnuts out, and we would get them out and make these what we considered beautiful chestnut necklaces, but we would hammer, my mom would give us a hammer and nail, and we'd hammer
Oh my
through
gosh.
all these chestnuts. It kept us busy for hours. Okay, now I grew up and I'm like, okay, you're brilliant, Mom. Very smart. Kudos to you, because I'm sure you're like, okay, the noise is driving me crazy, but they are outside hammering. We
For
could never
hours.
figure
Buy a
out
bunch of
why she would
chestnuts.
not wear these chestnut necklaces to church every single week. I mean, because then she'd give us yarn and we'd
Oh,
thread it
fun.
through and make these chestnut necklaces. But hours, and it was so hard because, some of them would split, whatever. But Crystal, you said,
Well, I never even knew that chestnuts had that prickly outer thing. My husband's like, hey, have you ever had chestnuts before? Nope. So he took me to this tree that his family had on their property when they grew up. We collected some, took them back, he built a fire, we opened them up and roasted them. You hear it in the songs.
Yeah, I heard the song.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm like, why are they roasting those
Yeah.
necklaces? But I've never had a roasted chestnut. Has anybody else had roasted chestnuts?
They were, I mean, it wasn't spectacular, but it was interesting, and I had never had it. So it was like, oh, okay,
All right,
cool.
we're gonna call that food storage. Just know if I'm starving, you can roast those chestnuts and eat them. It's not all for decor. All right.
funny.
The other fun thing that we have done this week is we have asked everyone to send in pictures to
Oh,
see
yes.
what autumn or fall looks like in their neck of the woods. And so this is the last day. I'm going to miss these because they're absolutely beautiful and spectacular. So, all right, you guys ready? Let's
Yes,
take a look
yes.
at these. The first one is from Sue Emden in Wisconsin. Look at that tree. My favorite colors. I am a red lover,
Reds,
so
oranges,
anytime you
yes.
can get those reds in there, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, and our next picture is Barb, and she's in Delaware. Okay, this is what I noticed first off. What the heck is up with these perfectly manicured lawns? I mean, your trees are stunning, but your yards are
beautiful.
absolutely beautiful. And so, you know what? Whoever your lawn boy is, keep them around. They are beautiful. Barb, that is really pretty. I love the falling leaves, or the fall leaves. They're not falling. Okay. Dolores is in Missouri. And you're not seeing too many mountains out there,
No.
but her leaves are just starting to turn. My favorite time, because you have something to look for every single day. So
Those oranges.
I know,
love the
isn't that
oranges.
so
Yeah.
pretty? Yeah, beautiful. All right, then we have some a little closer to home.
Oh,
This is Kevin
yes.
Glenn, and this is up Logan Canyon. Now, our little valley, we sit in between 4 canyons. And so we have Sardine that we saw yesterday. This is up Logan Canyon. So if you head up this way, you go over to Bear Lake.
Yes.
And there are, if you look Logan Canyon up like on the internet, it is just absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. All right,
Yeah.
the next one is from Rebecca Barnes, and that's in Sardine Canyon, another canyon close to us. And so Sardine's a little bit spread out, and you can see those on there, but look, aren't those clouds pretty?
Oh my gosh,
So
that's
pretty when you
beautiful.
go through
Yep.
Sardine.
And then this is our shining glory, because we said we are going to show you what fall looks like in your neck of the woods. This is Loyanne from Norway.
Oh my gosh.
Sent these in. And so why sometimes are we like, I don't think about fall in Norway,
places.
but look at
Exactly.
their
Exactly.
beautiful, beautiful foliage there.
So funny story, a few years ago, my brother-in-law came from California, and we were at the football game, so we're at the stadium.
Okay.
And he's like, why is the mountain red? Like, he could not figure it out. He was like, well, I just don't like, I've never seen a mountain like this color before. We're like, it's the leaves. He was like, oh.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what he was thinking.
I
Like,
know,
was it
I know.
on fire? Or,
That's
you know?
exactly
It
we were
looks like it, does it not?
He
Yes.
just was like, I
sometimes?
cannot figure out
Yeah.
what
And they're
this looks
so
like.
close.
It was beautiful,
Yeah.
yeah.
So close, yep. Terry said that every fall they go to her grandparents to pick up the chestnuts that have fallen off the tree, and they'd get 25 cents for
Oh my
a
gosh.
5-gallon bucket. Terry,
That's a lot of
25 cents. Your grandparents
ripped
and my mom need to get together because they're on the same parenting wavelength. Oh, that's crazy. All right, well, you two, we have a fun project. Speaking
We
of
do.
acorns,
Yes, we do.
something
Yes.
that you put together, and I cannot wait to do this. So we are going to actually head over to set 2. But while we are, did you know that we are going to learn how to get 5 yards of binding in the little segue in between? So,
wow.
so watch. I mean, this is an amazing little trick. So 5 yards of binding. We don't need binding today,
No.
but this is a trick everybody should have.
trick you
And
wanna
while we
know.
do, we'll see you over at the sewing machine in just a
Okay.
few minutes.
Hey everyone, my girlfriend's quilt shop here to show you how to get almost 5 yards of bias binding out of 1 fat quarter. So first you're going to bring the opposite corners of your fat quarter to the center like this, and then you're going to take those 2 folded sides and put them together. Then you're going to fold that 1 more time. Then you're going to go ahead and cut this in half and line up your 2 pieces. For this project, I went with 2 1/4 inch binding. So cut your 2 1/4 inch pieces from that center line out to the edges. Depending on the width of the binding you choose to go with, you should be left with about 10 strips of binding here. So then you're just going to go ahead and piece all of those bias strips together like so. You're just going to sew right here on that line. And look at all of this beautiful bias binding out of just 1 fat quarter. Happy quilting!
All right, we're back. If you're just joining us, I am Allison and I am here with Crystal and Melissa. We are so excited. We are falling for autumn today. It's our last day of falling for autumn and we are making this fun acorn pillow. Is that not to die for? So cute. Let me put it
It's
here so you
so
can
easy.
see right down here. So this is just a fun acorn pillow that, you know what I love about these pillows, and I'm seeing a lot of them a lot around in home decor, is that you have the little square or round or oblong or pillows that you're putting, you know, just as a little accent
yes.
pillow. But this is so cute. And you say this is easy?
It's very easy.
Crystal?
It's super simple.
You gotta prove
Yes,
it.
Very beginner easy.
Okay, I
Beginner
like
friendly,
I
I should
said,
say.
I've heard that before. So the whole thing this week is, I did hear a few days ago that you could do 16 half square triangles in just a few cuts, and I'm like, prove it, she did. So you know, I am here. So this is our project today. I cannot wait. It's called the stuffed acorn pillow.
Yep.
And show me.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So you're going to start out with just cutting a whole bunch of 3-inch squares.
Okay.
And you can use any fall fabrics that you have, any fall colors.
Well, if you don't want a fall acorn, I guess you could use anything you wanted.
Pinks, purples, whatever, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm going to show you the pattern really quick. So here we laid them out in a full rectangle.
Okay.
You can do it that way, or you can do it laying them out in just a very simple 3x4.
Okay.
3 across, 4 down. You're going to just sew them all together.
Okay.
So all of those together, and then I just quilted it really simple, going across little cross hatches.
Okay.
So after you get those,
So
you can
you
do
just
3
put it
of
on a
these.
little piece of binding
Yeah.
and you just
On
ran
your
it through your
batting right
or
here.
batting.
Yes.
Sorry, batting,
yeah. A
binding.
thin batting works best.
Thin.
Because you don't want to try turning this right side out with a lot of stuffed, you know, batting in there. You're already going to stuff it. So just to quilt it, you're going to just do a really simple quilt pattern. Okay, so then what I'm going to have you do, let's see, whoever wants to do this, you're going to trace this. Melissa, you want to do this?
Oh, sure.
I'm going to have you just trace that template. The important thing is you want to center your template in the center here. So I've just folded it in half and then put it all the way up to the top. That way all of them will match up. Otherwise your seams, when you sew them together, are not going to match up even.
Okay, we have used the friction pen every single day
Oh, how
on
funny.
this set, and
Yeah.
so that's fantastic. You can find it under new releases, but it has been a common theme, and we didn't all get together and decide that, but
Is that one tracing for you? Kinda.
Yeah, I think enough.
And then after you get that traced, you're just going to cut it out. So far that's really simple. There's like no task involved, and you don't even have to use.
okay. I'm a
friction.
garment maker
Okay,
here.
it's
Let's
not.
do it this way.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Allison.
sorry, Melissa. This is how we used to do it the good old days in 4-H when we would make our own pants.
I'm so proud of you, Allison.
Okay. All right, cut that baby out.
So she doesn't even trace it. Look at that. She just pins it on there.
She's a girl after my own heart.
And you can use a rotary cutter to cut these out.
No
small
way.
one, or scissors. Either way.
Okay, scissors,
Yeah.
because that rotary cutter, if there's not a ruler for me to
really?
put that against,
I'm with
it
you.
goes haywire.
It's not
Oh,
working.
funny. Yeah, I like using my rotary cutter a
So
lot.
Anne-Marie said that this would also make a darling strawberry.
Oh, I never even
Oh.
Yeah,
thought
isn't
about
that such a great idea?
There's your
you
pinks
know,
and
There's my
There's
pinks
your
and
pinks and
purples.
purples.
Yeah.
Totally. I also reduced my stitch length
okay.
on this just a little bit because you are cutting through those seams. You don't want them to pull apart
Okay.
before you sew
So what
them
did you
together.
reduce it to? A 2?
Yeah, about
Okay.
a 2, 1.82. I like to
Okay.
do that when I'm doing anything where I'm going to be cutting through seams.
All
so now
right.
you're just going to take your template off, and you're going to take your piece of felt, which you've already cut 3 of those out, and you're going to place it right across the top, right sides together. Felt doesn't really have a right or wrong side, I don't think.
My favorite.
And then you're just going to use a 1/4 inch seam, and you're going to sew right across the top of that. And there again, reduce your stitch length.
I can tell
Is
you're an
your technique.
educator because you stand up to teach us.
Oh, I know, I should be sitting down.
No, you're just fine. But I could just tell that you're used to teaching classes because you're
That's
standing
funny.
up. All right, so we're sewing on the Altair 2 today, and one of the nice things about the Altair 2 is that if you choose your quilting option, the Q option, it automatically reduces your stitch length to 2
Right.
when you're doing it. Also, you can use the edge of that presser foot as a perfect 1/4 inch seam. So, and then it has the guide beam
I like
on
that.
there.
Guess what?
Yeah.
So.
This is going to be shocking,
It worked.
but I think it's wrong measurement.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need just a little bit more.
Yep.
I think your needle might not be in the right place, but it's okay.
She's on the Q too.
Yeah. So did you go right on the edge of your presser foot here?
Yeah.
There you go. It should be.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
So in true
Who's running
school
on that?
fashion, if you don't do it
Or you
right the
just
first
leave it.
time, then
You
you get
get
to
to
redo
redo
it.
We talked about this on the way over here, and I'm like, why am I the one sewing? Every time.
Practice makes perfect, my dear. Because usually it's me that messes up, and these guys all know that. So they're like, oh, let's give Allison a break today.
Perfect. Okay, so then you're just going to take, yep, that was a perfect 1/4 inch. So then we've already put 2 of them together.
Okay.
Okay. And I already started our running stitch. You would wait and do that after they're all
And?
together. The one important thing is make a little 1/4 inch mark down here from the tip up.
Okay.
Because you don't want to sew all the way down. You want to sew right to that 1/4 inch foot. So now you're just going to take and put this one together
Okay.
and sew down to the 1/4 inch spot. Does it seem easy so far?
Yes. So
it
far,
is.
so good. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is something that would be really fun if you had kids, grandkids, and they were over and wanted something to do. Pull out all your scraps.
Oh, you know what I'm so excited about, Crystal? While she's sewing, you are a master stuffer.
Oh,
She is the stuffing queen, and by stuffing, I don't mean what you eat, but she can absolutely
Chris always
stuff.
says that.
It's perfect. There's an art to it.
This one is not tough. You have a pretty good size opening when you're starting. It's
Okay.
not like you're starting with one of those little 3-inch openings and trying to get it all in there.
All right. Well, I'm just excited to see the old technique.
And now you're going to sew we're gonna take and just put these two together.
Okay, let's put it over here so they can see.
So she did one side, we're gonna do the other side, the same
So you're not
thing.
pinning, you're just,
No,
oh, look how easy
no.
that goes together.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to. If you measured everything using a good 1/4 inch seam, you shouldn't even have to worry about clipping or
Okay,
pinning.
and the top is open, so you don't have to worry about leaving that, correct?
Absolutely.
Yes, so you
Yeah,
don't
you're
sew the
not-
top.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about this is that you have that big area.
Okay.
And I was
perfect.
thinking also, so I just stuffed mine with fiberfill.
Yes.
If I was to do this again, I think I would get like a crushed walnut shell or something and put down in the bottom.
So it's a little bit heavy and sits up
And
flat.
it sits up. It'll sit.
Yeah.
This guy just lays down. I think if you had a heavy stuffing
Okay.
in there, it might sit up a little bit better.
Okay. You just want to see the finished project while she does. Look how cute this is. So fun.
Oh, and you know, I did hear something.
Yes?
I heard that this got sold last night.
I wouldn't know who pre-sold those. Who
we're
would do
making
that? Who would do that?
The good news is, Todd gave us permission. We're cutting 100 more kits today.
Okay, great. So this
yeah.
kit is available under new releases.
The kit team loves
even
Allison.
even though I may have snuck it in to,
That's
hey,
right.
all those people didn't want to pay shipping twice.
That's
so
true.
That-
They
That's
said
true.
they'd have my back.
Okay, so now all we're going to do is you're just going to turn it right side out.
Okay.
You're going to get a good needle. I used 3 strands of embroider floss.
Okay.
To go around the top.
Why embroidery floss? Just because you had
It's
it?
stronger, number one.
Okay.
And I'm taking a lot bigger stitches. If you look at my stitches, they're much larger. You don't want something that's going to, number one, get all tangled up in that. And
right
what we're going to do is, so we're just doing a running stitch, a simple
Okay.
running stitch all the way around.
Hey, these ladies don't know who did that.
What's that?
I don't know who sold that last night.
Oh, okay. Well, then the person won't get in trouble, right?
Right.
And
Okay.
the reason I'm using embroidery floss also is because you can, depending on how tight you pull it, you might see it a little bit.
Okay.
You want something that's kind of cute, something that blends in. You use just a plain old sewing thread and it might not look as cute.
Okay.
So I'm going to just finish this really quick. I'm going to go all the way around. You are doing with felt, so you want to come down at least a 1/4 inch.
Because otherwise it'll pull up through, right?
It's going to tear your felt.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't
but
want
if you didn't want to put felt on the top and you were using like a cotton
Fabric,
or wool or
yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
same thing.
If you were going to use a cotton, a fabric on there, I would flip it over a 1/4 inch.
Okay. So
I
you
would not leave. It's just going to give it a little more stability.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So if you use a cotton, just turn it down a 1/4 inch.
Yep.
You could either sew it or just turn it down or press it or whatever.
Because you're going to sew through it anyway when you put that running stitch in there. Okay, so I've got the tip out. So I brought some polyfill, and I do have to stand up for this part.
Okay.
Sorry. And so you're just going to take your polyfill and make sure you don't lose these 2 ends. You want to hold on to those ends and just start stuffing it. Whoever wants to do it, just go
I
ahead and
do
grab it.
because this is me. I want to know. So I don't have to be careful or anything.
Special
I'm just
tip
going
is get it all the way, before you put a bunch in, you've got
Oh.
one handful in, get it all the way to the bottom and make sure it's settled in there.
Okay. I think that's probably where I go wrong, is I try to
Get going too fast.
get going too fast
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
By this
And
point in
not
the
get it all
project,
here.
you're like, I just got to get it finished.
Yeah.
So you're just
Yeah.
fast and
Well, and that's with stuffing anything. If you're stuffing stuffed animals or all, get it all the way into the toes, all the way into the end of the arm first. There's nothing harder than getting the whole thing and then going, oh, I don't have any in the end of that foot.
Okay, I don't want to lose
Yep.
that.
No, I hold on to those, yep.
Okay. Stuff.
And these are something, stuff them as much as you want or as little as you want.
Well,
like
everything's
the idea of
better
the walnut shells
overstuffed.
on the bottom.
Yeah.
You what's that?
I like the idea of the walnut shells. on
Yeah,
the
I
bottom.
think something heavier in the bottom would just work out. There you
Okay.
go. And so then,
See, now this is what always happens, Crystal. I've got a wonky not a wonky walnut, a wonky acorn because I'm not patient in my stuffing.
so I'm going to show you what you're going to do.
Okay.
You've got your stuffing in here. Now you're just going to kind of roll it.
Oh, what?
Yep, you're just going to roll it around a little bit until you get the shape you want. That distributes your stuffing inside. So it looks wonky to begin with. I don't care if you're doing the stuffed beach ball, whatever you're doing, move it
I
around.
thought she was going to say, I don't care if you're a stuffed beach ball. I'm like, well, Crystal, that's a little aggressive calling me a stuffed beach ball, but Yeah, Liz said velvet would make an amazing pillow.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's what happens to me at home. I really do put my Levi's, my pants on, and then I roll myself around trying to get them all in. I learned that in high school. Did you guys in high school ever?
Lay on the bed.
Lay on the bed. With your 501 jeans,
of course.
wet. They had to be a little bit
damp,
wet.
yeah.
They had to be damp. You laid on there to get them so tight and to get them up and then like rolled around just so you could breathe.
Oh, I'm glad I wasn't feeling it.
Okay.
Okay, so then what you're going to do is after you do that, then you just pull your strings
Oh,
tight, and it just pulls the top right closed like this,
okay.
and you have perfect. Then you just tie it off.
Okay, perfect.
You know, I
darling.
leave a little bit of an opening right there in that. And I just took some leather stuffed in there. You could take
could just
branches,
get a
wood
branch.
branches, anything.
More
to
felt.
put in there.
I mean, you know, really
Corks,
anything.
anything.
And then also, you cut out this
Oh,
fun
yes.
little
We
leather.
do. And the new ones will be coming with a green leather.
With green leather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
because
ran out of brown, but
because somebody sold them all.
green oak leaves are just as cute, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or you could use felt.
Yep.
You could
Yeah.
use felt for that leaf also.
Oh, it's such a darling, darling project,
Thanks.
you two. That is
So much
so
fun.
fun. That
Yeah.
is so. We have had the cutest things falling for autumn today. So I thank you, you
Oh,
two, for
it was
bringing this
fun.
on. Thank you for doing that.
Now we all have to
you
go home
can
and make a
find
bunch.
the pattern. You can find the pattern under new releases. You can also find the kits under new releases. But I can't wait till the next part because Melissa came prepared from the kitchen with Melissa with a fun recipe, and we are going to talk about all things Christmas Club. But while we do, have you guys seen the flip and fold mat?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
I love it.
Have you
I
seen
have
that,
No,
Melissa?
show me.
Okay. All right. So we're all going to watch it together. This flip and fold mat actually is quite
I made
amazing. So, all right. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, Melissa, what have you got for us today? I have heard about this all week long, so.
Crystal's so excited, you guys.
Okay,
This is
Crystal.
funny. This is kind of an inside joke.
All right, spill it.
So, first of all, Crystal assigned me to make acorn soup.
Acorn soup, okay.
Acorn squash. soup.
Acorn
Oh,
squash.
acorn squash.
I did not
Like,
have
I've never heard of
acorn-
acorn soup.
Did not have
It
acorn
is.
squash soup. So I
Okay.
used butternut.
Okay, I love
So
butternut
it's
squash.
I do, like, it's just a basic recipe. If I had more time before we had been to lunch, I had a few things I was going to add to it, but we
Okay.
didn't have time. But I would add just a little bit of cream cheese to make it creamier.
yum.
Oh, yum. Okay,
And then,
so
like-
cream cheese. So so we have the recipe for the viewers. It's under new releases, but tell me how you did it.
It's basic vegetable broth and the squash. Let's see.
So vegetable
Just
broth
a bunch
and a
of-
few other things, and then you just put it in the
there's just some
blender?
seasonings. I put it in the blender, zipped it up.
Okay.
Easy.
Do
All
your
right,
kids
here we
like
go.
it?
Yeah, my kids eat
Okay.
squash, Crystal.
Okay.
Crystal does not, you guys. This is like
is so
hard.
this
scared.
is so hard for her.
I don't
I'm
eat
excited.
soup and I
She
don't
doesn't
eat
eat
squash.
soup or squash.
What?
Also, I would, you know what I
Tomato
would do
soup. I
if I
will
was
do
doing
tomato.
this? I would
Heat it
also
up.
make my own. Well, yes. I would make homemade croutons.
That's
Ooh,
not
it's
bad
really
at
good.
all.
Yeah, really,
That is
really
really
good. Yes, really,
go.
really good.
Homemade croutons.
Homemade
would
croutons.
do-
Yeah,
That does
okay.
not
To
taste
it?
like squash. I don't.
As much as I would like to slurp that down, I have some things to share. So, all right, that's really good. And I could see myself doing that. My husband does not eat squash either. So, yes.
So it's hard when only one person is eating it.
Right. Especially a
like-
butternut squash. I mean, you guys know what a
Right.
butternut squash, I mean, really, how much squash can one person eat? Because those butternut squashes are like that
They're like
big.
my zucchinis when I forget to pick them.
Yeah, well. All right, so most of you have heard the buzz. There's been a lot of questions around Christmas Club, and we have been busy at the warehouse talking and getting ready for Christmas Club. So I have brought with me today all the projects from Christmas Club, as well as all of the styles of fabric. Now, at the start of the show, we did have all of the Christmas Club fabrics available. So we were able to find some more of some things and different kinds of things. So I will show you all 5, tell you what they're called. There's a QR code that's going to take you right to Christmas Club on the screen, or if you go under new releases, or if you go onto our website, mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com, under clubs and classes, and then it says Christmas Club 2024. And Shelby has worked her little tail off all day long to get everything in one place and looking so beautiful. So
Nice.
all of the projects are there so you can see them, as well as all the fabric choices.
Perfect.
But before you do, these were made out of different fabric choices, but these are what the projects are going to be. So the first project, and I don't know if they'll go in this order, but is this fun, merry, and bright pillow. Is that not
Cute.
so cute?
Very
So merry
cute.
and bright. It comes in embroidery, machine embroidery, and sewing.
Oh, nice.
So the question last night was, well, what if I don't machine embroidery?
Yes.
We got you covered. I mean, so whatever you do, you can do
Nice.
that. So there is the pillow. The second one is, look at this fun.
I love that
This is
one.
a leather pouch that has a ruffled top and
Oh,
is
look at
completely
that.
lined. So inside, candy canes.
Very cute.
Then we have some fun cinch gift sacks that have this fun little checkerboard at the bottom.
Cute.
Those are
Cute.
fun.
And then the last one is the Scrappy Star
Oh, fun.
coaster squares. I mean, is that not so fun? Okay, so some of you may say, what is Christmas Club? Christmas Club, when you buy the kit, you automatically receive 4 tutorials that start November 5th, and they go November 5th, the 12th, every Tuesday after that.
Okay.
So you're done by the end of November. And the 12th, the 19th, and the 26th. So you're done by the end of November, and you get the class for free. It is live, but then they send you the replay. So you always
okay.
have that.
Okay.
And so that just comes automatically, and you get to spend Tuesday evenings with Sherry and Chris. So fun.
Fun.
All right, so I want to show you the fabrics that they are and the name of them. So I have asked these girls to hand them down, and I'm going to ask the film crew to put them on the overhead. So this one is called
Gingerbread.
Gingerbread Holiday.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. How
So
cute is
that's
that?
the gingerbread holiday. And if you want really even better close-up views, you can go online, and they are also laid out for you too. So this is the gingerbread holiday. Now the fun part about Christmas Club is you get all of these, and then you decide how you're going to use them to make your projects.
So there's enough fabric in these kits to make all 4 of those projects?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Plus you also get in the kit, you also get your leather. You get your extra, there's your backing and your binding, your
Oh, how
embellishment.
nice.
You get your zipper, and then ribbon for the cinch sacks. So you get everything you need except the pillow form.
And it's in a great bag.
And it's in a
You're not
great
gonna
bag.
lose it.
Bag.
Okay, so that was gingerbread holiday. Okay, what do I have next? Dun, da, da, da.
Oh, that's
Okay,
the
this is
lining
holiday at
inside
home.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, I love that candy
Okay,
cane one.
so we have, this one is called
Holiday at Home.
Holiday at Home.
Oh, that's
So there's your holiday at home, and this is what that the kit was made that made the ruffled.
pouch.
Oh,
thing.
pouch.
That was
Yep.
the lining in there. I
Yep.
love that.
Yep.
Fun.
Okay.
I may have to buy one of each.
We knew where that was coming, Crystal.
All right. The next one.
This is Merry and Bright.
Is Merry and Bright. I love this one. Look at this fun little fat Santa right there. Penguins, the stripes.
Somebody's
There you go.
asking, are there also written directions?
Yes. So
Okay.
the written directions, the patterns come with it,
Okay.
with each kit. So,
Nice.
all right. And then the next one.
This one is seasonal plaids.
Oh, fun.
Seasonal plaids. So, yeah, this one is this one is
Oh,
what
look
the
at
Merry
those
and Bright
colors.
aren't those? They're really. Yes, if you can use your points to purchase this if you have points online, because they are now online. So where last night on Comment Sold, we can't use points because it's a different selling platform, you earn points. But if you purchase these online, absolutely, if you have points. And you can also use your gift cards too. So,
Very fun.
all right, and then the next one.
Oh,
Okay, the next one does
The next one is blue and white. Now, there's been a lot of
Okay.
controversy out there. We really try to do everything we can to make everybody happy. So this at one point was named Hanukkah. I think the name has been changed. This is a blue and a white. This is Christmas Club. I mean, keep in mind this is Christmas Club. Hanukkah is not Christmas.
Right.
It is a separate holiday, but we wanted to make sure that if you do not celebrate Christmas, you could still be part of the Christmas
Right.
Club, and that you could still pick something up, or maybe you don't like the traditional Christmas colors. So we put together a blue and white fabric kit for you. I know that those are traditionally Hanukkah colors. I completely understand. I don't need to be schooled in Hanukkah. I mean, I completely understand what Hanukkah is and everything. We are just really trying to cover all of our bases, but this is Christmas Club. So thank you, Judy, for pointing that out also as well. But we do want to include all of our friends, regardless of religious affiliation, holiday affiliation, I mean, all of those things. So if you are like, you know what, I don't, oh, sorry, put the last blue on the pile. I don't celebrate this. Or, you know what, maybe you just want your projects to go right into January.
that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
These projects would be adorable in the blues just for winter.
Right,
Winter
absolutely, just some winter decor. And so we did include that because, like I said, we invite everyone to come to this club with us, regardless of what we call it. So, all right. And so so here's your blue and white kit.
Love it.
Those are all up on the website. I've told you where to find them. Does anybody have any questions? Your points do not expire at the end of the year. They expire one calendar year away from when you earned them.
Okay.
Yeah, so you never lose your tier. So if you are in the Golden Girlfriend tier, which you earn 4 times the points, you never lose your tier, but you do need to use your points consistently throughout the way. Yep.
Nice.
They're asking, is there a non-Christmas saying?
I think we're in the weeds a little bit right now. I just ordered the blue and white kit, and I feel like if I say anything that I may run the risk of offending somebody, I would just die. Yeah, and the leather in the blue and white kit is actually blue.
Mm-hmm.
So just take it at that. Please, I'm begging you. I just want you all to know that I love you all dearly. So this is the blue and white kit.
I think I'm going to have to get one of each.
Yeah, isn't that so fun?
I don't think there's...
Sybil, if the plaids are sold out, we're doing our best to see what we can do, but I can't make any promises at this point. We had more this morning. So if they've sold out again, then I don't know what to say. Okay. Actually, we just heard from Todd. We are entirely out of plaid, so the plaid is completely gone. But all right, Crystal says she looks forward to this every year, and Linda loves the blue and white and silver, perfect winter colors. No, Lisa, we cannot make any more plaid kits. Todd just typed in and just said that we are completely out. Yep. So, all right. Any other questions before we sign off today? Thank you so much for joining us on 3 Things. You too, thank you for joining us.
fun.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
couple of more announcements. So before we go, I want to just draw attention. Have you two checked out our fall catalog online?
Yes, I did look through it the other day.
Isn't
I was
it amazing?
impressed.
Melissa,
I
if
was
you
very
have not,
impressed.
you
Have
need
not had a
to.
chance yet. Okay.
The
Yes.
QR code's online. It's also online, and it's all things fall. It's our classes, it's our events, it's our product, it's all kinds of fun things. While we're falling for autumn, we might as well fall into that catalog.
Perfect.
And then the last thing is, I mentioned it at the beginning, but we are doing a hurricane relief, recipes for hurricane relief. We took the Helene off because, we had Milton show up and hopefully we're done, but it's all hurricane relief. We are accepting recipes, and those of you that have sent them in, wow, this is going to be amazing. They are dessert recipes. We are collecting them through October 18th, and then starting on the 18th, the catalog or the digital recipe book will be available for download. Give us a couple of weeks to put it all together because we want to make sure we get everything in. But it will be 100% donation to hurricane relief this year because anything we could do. So, I think that's it. Have a great weekend.
yes.
You know what? It really is a weekend for these two because they are not here on Friday. So you two have a great weekend. I will be joining you tomorrow for Comment Sold and one more day of work. And thank you so much, so much. If you have any questions, please reach out to our customer service line. And if not, we'll see you next week.